Okay, now I'm going to cover the power to a power rule. So when we have a base that is raised to an exponent inside parentheses, and those parentheses are also raised to an exponent, so the exponent is on the outside of the parentheses, you're going to multiply those two exponents. So here in my first example, I have 2a to the fifth, and that is inside the parentheses raised to the third. Now, the number 2, you're still going to do it like we always have. 2 raised to the third is the same as 2 times 2 times 2. You can put that in your calculator and you're going to get 8. Okay, now the exponents, I got 5 on the inside, 3 on the outside. You're going to multiply those. So it's going to be 5 times 3, and that's where the 15 comes from. So it's 8a raised to the 15th power. Now in my next example, I have two different bases. I have x and I have y. So I'm going to do my x's first. So my x is raised to the negative third. This 2 has to go to both. So I'm going to do the negative 3 times 2, which will give me negative 6. That's where the negative 6 came from. Then I'm going to do the y. Y is raised to the fourth. Outside parentheses is 2, so it's going to be 4 times 2, and that's where the 8 comes from. So you will multiply the exponents. So when you're doing a power to a power, you will multiply the exponents. So in this example, I have x to the fourth raised to the fifth. So this is going to be x to the fourth times 5, which will equal x to the 20th. In my next example, I have a to the 6th, I have b to the negative 4. That 2 has to go to both. So if I do a to the 6 times 2, I'm going to do b to the negative 4 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. So I have a to the 12. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. So I have b raised to the negative 8. So those are the notes. We're going to go to the 6.123 decimals. And we're going to finish numbers 6 and 7. Okay, so we're on 6.123. We're on slide 7. This is the more difficult of the two slides, so this is the one I'm going to do. So I have an expression that is inside the parentheses. And it is raised to the second power. So I'm going to do the number first. So I'm going to take out the 3, raised to the second. That's 3 times 3, so that's 9. So that's my first term. Now I'm going to do the second one. Remember, this 2 has to go to both. So I'm going to do a to the 7th. That's going to be times 2. 7 times 2 is 14, so this is going to be a to the 14th. the next number I have is b to the third, and that's going to be also times 2, which will give me 6. So this will be b to the 6. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and type in for my answer. It's going to be 9 a raised to the 14th b raised to the 6th. Submit, and we should be done. And that's the power to a power.